Hi everyone, I'm going to continue my monthly readings for the month of May. I left so I finished Aries till Capricorn. So I'm going to continue on reading from Aquarius up to Pisces. Okay, so I'm going to be doing I'm gonna call an archangel, okay, to guide me in this reading. So I call in the Holy Spirit, and with the guidance of Jesus Christ, I call in Archangel Orion to awaken within me the knowledge of the cosmos, expand my vision, connect me with the stars, and guide me in understanding my role in the divine plan. Let me see beyond illusions and embrace the infinite wisdom that flows through all things. I open my heart to the universe's sacred mysteries. Okay, let
Bluetooth connected.
Alright, so I'm gonna continue reading from Aquarius. Okay, this is for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have a stellium in Aquarius, or if you have stellium in the 11th house. So we're gonna take a look at past, present, future, the obstacle that you need to overcome, and the people that you're connecting with and what they have to say. And then we're gonna join a card of what you need to focus on, and also we're gonna see what are the external factors that are contributing to this situation, and then we're gonna ask the spirit for that advice. Okay, so there might be someone empathetic or tender-hearted, or a mother, or someone who is caring, who is loving, who is warm, that could be important in your life, or that is influencing your life at this time. Or you could be embodying this persona at this time of being compassionate to those around you. Or if you have a Pisces or Cancer, or what is the water sign? Cancer, Pisces, what is it? What else is it? Scorpio. If you have those in your chart, this could be the reading for you. Okay, you can also cross watch their okay, so in the past, there is a Knight of Wands in your life, or this was you. So someone who's who's passionate about their beliefs, their stance, their perceptions, who's outspoken about the things that interest them, or the things that 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 they believe in. Okay. um or this might be someone who is very charismatic, or open-minded, or has a very strong conviction about some things, who might come off very charming. Okay. um or like someone who likes to save the day. um or this could be someone that is influencing your situation in the past. Okay. um so they could be they could be influencing your current situation at this time. Or this could be you wanted to take your passions into new territories, and you feel like you have you're putting in the work, you're putting yourself out there, you're speaking up to people about what you're passionate about. Okay, you're sharing it to people. Okay. And then in your current energy, what there is an ending. Okay. And in your current situation, there is a completion, or it's some, or when I get this card, this could also mean that someone might have passed away in your life, or someone has passed on, or their health could be waning, um, or someone is getting a second life. Or you could also, this, because this usually means like an ending, or a life cycle has come to full term, or a life cycle has completed. Or this could also mean achievements or travel. Okay. um, or victory, or fulfillment, or unity. All right, so this has, things has come to an end. Okay. Or a project has completed. What is so I just noticed that this tarot card is the the lion, the ox, or toro, or the ox, or the bull, or the man and the eagle. It reminds me of the Bible, the revelations in the Bible. And you might feel like there's a fulfillment in prophecies that you could be seeing at this time. Okay. Or you could be seeing that in the world. All right, what is what could be, what is the hidden obstacle that needs to be overcome in the present time for Aquarius? Disappointments, grieving something that you no longer have, grieving or letting go of something that used to be. Okay, you're disappointed, or you're grieving, or you're looking back on some things that might have happened in the past, some heartbreaks, or trauma, or feeling abandoned by people that you used to know, the people that you used to be in your life. Okay. Yeah, this could be like, this could pertain to something that has ended or has completed, or maybe check on people around you and make sure that maybe this could, or this could be grieving if someone has passed on. Okay. And then in the future, you feel overloaded by responsibilities, the struggles. You feel like, when is it gonna end? You have too much obligations, or there's just too much struggles or burdens that you are currently facing. Okay. We're gonna see who could you be dealing with, or what could you be dealing with. Planting seeds. Okay. Planting seeds. If you guys have a Scorpio in your sign, in your chart, I suggest you watching that also. Okay, because on my visions I was seeing that they were planting seeds, or they were planting plants. So this is somewhat similar. You planting seeds, you trying to plant the potential that you need to grow something. Okay, you're planting a seed of hope, so that in due time you'll be able to harvest um, the results of your hard work. Okay, let's see, what else could you be dealing with, or who could you be dealing with? Okay, so yeah, oh, there's another one. Bloom. Okay, so you're planting seeds, so that when it grows you have something to harvest. Okay, or like if these are your plants that you have, that you are trying to voice out there, um so that it can grow in the future, so that it can bloom. Okay, so that you can see it thrive. Also here, what I noticed earlier is this four animals that you could be seeing, like fulfilling prophecies, because this was in the Bible. You could be seeing like fulfilling prophecies in the world. And we have here a repeated sign of the eagle, which is right here, the eagle. Okay, you could be dealing with somebody that can see from higher perceptions, or you could feel like you see things in higher perceptions at this time, or you could feel like you see where everyone is coming from, or you see what everybody's dealing with. Okay, or you might also feel like you are being watched. Okay, if you are from down here, maybe you could feel like someone above you is looking down on you, or like watching you. Okay, or surveillance. Okay, or you could feel like you want, this seems like a four of cups energy, like you have the card reflection. This like very four of cups energy, like you might just want to stay in your room, or want to isolate yourself, so that you can have some time to reflect on some things, and see how you could how can you nurture this new seeds that you are planting in your situation, while you're also trying to grieve a loss, or you're trying to grieve someone's passing, or you're grieving a disappointment in your life. Okay, but you feel like you're also you're keeping on going, because you keep planting the seeds, so that you have something to harvest in the future. Okay, and you're doing this in your own time, in your own solitude, while you're trying to reflect, and you're also trying to plant seeds at the same time. Okay, we're gonna see what, or who could you be dealing with. Who could you be dealing with? You could be dealing with war at this time, or you might have trauma regarding war. Okay, so if anyone is out there who's dealing with trauma, with war. I hope that you are somewhere safe. I hope that you are somewhere protected. I hope that God can shelter you somewhere safe. Okay. Right here. Thank you for joining my fan club. Or you could, yeah. So these are people that are, you feel like is close to your heart at this time. Or maybe that's why you feel like you're grieving the loss of people. You feel like you're grieving, yeah, because you feel like you see prophecies coming true, like the war and all that, and a lot of lives has been lost, and you feel like it's very heartbreaking to see on the news, or to see in the world, or to see in our own lifetime happening. And you feel like you wish that there is something that you could do, but you also feel like you feel helpless. You feel like there's only like prayers that you can do, and you hope that God and the angels will show up for these people. And yeah, maybe you are grieving like how children are facing poverty at this time, because this looks like a child, and they have been abandoned, and they're in war, and now they're growing up with no shelter, with no guidance, with no parents, with no family, and they're so very very young. So like, adults these days can barely adult on their own. Imagine children like living by themselves, like abandoned in in a desolated area where they have been displaced. So you could be dealing with people who are facing famine, or facing beggars, or unemployment, or abandonment, famine, or or feeling like they were left with nothing. Okay. um let's see, who or what else could you be dealing with. Yeah, like as I was saying, with the eagle, you have the eagle here. You feel like you can see where everyone is coming from. You feel like you're perceiving things in a higher perspective. You feel like what everyone is going through in the world. You feel like you're seeing the bigger picture. You're seeing the bigger picture of the occurrence. Here we also have another war card, another war card. Or maybe you feel like, or you feel like you're devil, you feel like you're dealing with the devil. Okay, like that's how I was feeling. Like you feel like you're seeing prophecies coming true. You feel like the devil is causing famine. Okay, the devil is causing famine. And or you feel like there you might be seeing things that is the people that are dealing with the devil, or it's something that they can't speak about, or maybe someone is being exorcised. Maybe you're seeing something in the news, or someone could be exercising dark magic, or someone is possessed by the devil, or you feel like something is cursed. So you feel like you're seeing the devil works on people's lives, because now you see, because you have the high perspective, now you see where everybody is coming from. Now you see where what everybody's dealing with, and you feel like it's devil's works, you know, like you can notice when God is working his ways in the world and you can see things flourishing. But when you see things as collapsing, you see things suffer, you see people suffering, you see the world um not in a very stable state, corruption, like you feel like the devil is doing its evil works. Okay, so we're gonna look at what this I feel like there isn't, a particular person that you're dealing with. I feel like these are influences that you're dealing with, or like what's happening around you or in the world. And that's why, yeah, the world, like that's why you feel like you're disappointed at what's happening in the world, or you feel like it's heartbreaking what's happening in the world. Okay, we're gonna look at if a Knight of Wands is a person in your life. We're gonna see what this person has to say. They said they think so, yes. So maybe that's in agreement to, you know, like this, like the devil doing its work in the world. Or let's see what else. Do you want to ask if you even care? They imagine you naked. They imagine you being naked. So maybe this is someone that you know. So let's see who that is. Who is this Knight of Wands? So they might have dealt with some disasters, okay? They might have dealt with disasters, and there are a devotee or a follower, and magic-based faith. So a duelist, a gladiator, a martial artist, an athlete. Maybe they are an athlete who was disowned, exiled, forced underground, or shunned. Maybe they're a teacher, a mentor, a master, or an academic, someone that teaches someone. Alright, we're gonna see what are the external factors that you could be dealing with at this time, Aquarius. So the external factors that could be influencing your situations are dating. Okay, dating, maybe people that you dated, or you could be dealing with issues at this time. Hooking up, seeing someone, one night stands, or dating sites. Okay, so these are in the external factors. So maybe people around you are dating, and that could be affecting you in a way. Or maybe the people that you are dating are currently making an influence in your situation. Or you could also be dealing with extremeness, harshness, cutting off, or erratic decisions from those around you. Okay. Or you might feel like you're being forbidden. You might feel like there's forbidden things that you're dealing with. You're forbidden to seeing someone. You're forbidden to indulge in your love life, or you're forbidden to seeing someone, or temptations, flirting, giving into pleasure. Maybe it's danger. Or you could be feel like there is triggering things that are causing you to, that is affecting your situations. Okay, so maybe there's like loudness in your ears, that you felt like you need to cover your ears. If you are in war, okay, you have flashbacks, or trauma bond with other children. This is another children card. Okay. Maybe, so these are in external factors. Okay. If and it's causing a lot of inner child wounds. Okay. So it might be like very triggering for them. It might be like very traumatic for them, what they're going through. And they're holding it together, getting a grip, or heaviness, or chained up. So this is what's going around you, and how this things that is occurring in the world, the war, is impacting your current situations. Okay. All right. We're gonna see what you need to focus on. What do you need to focus on at this time, Aquarius? Focus on walking away from things that no longer serves you. Focus on things that you are being called to walk away in situations that is not serving your highest purpose, that is going against your own good, or that is only giving you less than you deserve. Okay. Yeah, focus on those on walking away from things that you know you shouldn't be in anymore. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see. What do you need to focus on? All right. What else do you need to focus on at this time, Aquarius? Focus on community. Okay. Focus on finding those people that accepts you, that celebrates you, that and abandon anyone or anything that is bringing you down, that is not celebrating you, that that is making you feel like is causing you a lot of loss. Okay. And be around people who celebrates you, who accepts you for who you are, not because of how you look, or of your color, of your height, or of your size. Okay, so be around people who accepts you for who you are, as is, come as you are. Okay. Focus on the things that is blinding you with distractions. Okay, with distractions, with pretty things, walk away from things that that is blocking you from the truth. Okay, this is you, like, you're being blocked from seeing things, or from realizing the truth, um while you are being bared naked, and everybody else can see you, but you don't see who you're dealing with, or that someone is trying to keep you blind from things because they think that they can do all these cruel things around you, um causing famines, or because the devil is here. What I want to choose something. Okay, what does this devil has to say? Mm? The devil wants to compromise. I don't trust it. Anyways, okay. So let's see what is the advice. Okay. Oh, your reading went by fast, actually. Let's see what's the advice for Aquarius. Inspiration. Inspiration and expansion. Inspiration. Seek the divine spark that ignites your passion and purpose, leading you towards a path of inspiration and illumination. Inspiration. Seek the divine spark that ignites your passion and purpose, leading you towards a path of inspiration and illumination. So focus on your passion, okay, that gives you purpose. Seek those passion that gives you purpose. And expansion. You are being blessed. You are blessed. You expand and transcend through multiple realities, guided by the divine forces that govern your path. Yeah, that's how I was feeling. Like you are seeing things from a higher perspective. Okay, you expand and transcend through multiple realities, guided by the divine forces that govern your path. Expansion. Okay. All right. What else? Let's see what's your love card. If there's any love card for you. Worth waiting for. Someone is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay, so right now, there might be dating that is causing this influence at this time. Okay, dating is causing is playing a part on your reality, and you feel like there's extremeness or harshness that you are dealing with, and you feel like you're being forbidden. You feel like you're being forbidden from dating anyone, seeing anyone, going out anywhere, um, um, giving into pleasure, but the angels are telling you that, however, divine timing is at work in your love life, and the person who is meant for you is worth waiting for. Okay, I wonder what else is there. What else for this love card? So with that love card, I worry about us a lot. I worry about us a lot. I worry about us a lot. Okay. Let's see what else. What else comes up for your love reading? Any more love cards? You and your loved ones are protected. You and your loved ones are protected. Okay, so if you are facing war right now, know that you are loved. Your loved ones are protected. Your wish will manifest with faith and trust. Your wish will manifest with faith and trust. Okay. Alright, what else? Let's see what wisdom card can we get for you, Aquarius. Hummingbird, meaning free. You are free. Free, small, and beautiful. Hummingbird. The hummingbird brings a message of joy. Seek the sweetness of the present moment and let your spirit be light. Let your spirit be light, okay? There might be things that you are grieving for that is not in your life because you feel like you're being forbidden, or you feel like you're being restricted, you're being limited, or you feel like there are some people that is no longer in your life or that has passed on, okay? But seek the sweetness of the present moment and let your spirit be light, okay? Even if things feels heavy, focus on something sweet and let your spirit be light, okay? All right. Yeah. The hummingbird brings a message of joy. Message of joy. Calendula. Signifying joy, expression, and glow. Okay. When did you last let your joy shine without restraint? When did you last let your joy shine? Let your joy shine without restraint. Okay. Let your joy shine without restraint. All right. Okay, that is all I have for you, Aquarius. Your reading really went by fast, so we're gonna hop on to Pisces. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, on to Pisces. Okay, for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or stellium in Pisces, or stellium in the 12th house. Okay, we're gonna look at past, present, future. What was in the past for Pisces? Maybe you're learning a skill, or you're trying to put in efforts on some financial opportunities at this time, which can start something very small, but you feel like it could be lucrative. Okay. So in the past, you have the Chariot. You feel like you need to take control of your life. You need to take control of the direction your life is going. You want to put in the hard work. You want to put consistent work of where you want this to go, or you're putting on work so that you can see some progress in your life. Okay. So in your current present energy, what are you dealing with at this time? You have Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups in reverse. You might feel like you're happy, but you're not quite happy. Like you feel like things is okay in your own life, but maybe there's some stuff that is occurring outside of you that is dampening your happiness, or like that is causing some sadness, or you're like you feel like you're feeling down, or you feel like you feel gloomy. Or you feel like some people are mean, snobby, or causing a lot of or like someone could be like raining on your parade. Or you could be dealing with a breakup, or like or bad news, or maybe like someone is reaching out to you with a bad news. Maybe someone is reaching out to you, but it's something like that would make you sad. Like maybe you're receiving a message, or someone is reaching out to you, but you're receiving like a sad news. Okay. Or this could be you're dealing with some repressed emotions, unrequited love. Okay, we're gonna see what is the challenge on here. Yeah, this is you receiving a message. Okay, this was a message that you have gotten. Okay, you receive a message. Okay, maybe from overseas. And you're waiting to hear back on it. So this is something that has been communicated to you, and you're hearing back on it. Okay, maybe you received sad news about somebody. Maybe something occurred, or something happened to someone. and it's causing some sadness, okay? Or it's making you feel blue, or it's making you feel it's making you feel gloomy, or not as vibrant as your usual mood. Okay, what about in the future? What could you be dealing with? Or you might have felt like you receive sad news, and the obstacle is that this might be like from like you feel like it's happening overseas, or you feel like it's happening abroad, or it's happening like in a land far away, and that's why it's an obstacle, because you receive a bad news but you feel like you couldn't be there. You feel like you couldn't you receive a bad news, but then you couldn't be there, you know. So you're just so you guys are like sharing your sadness in off distance. So in the future, you get the Hierophant. The Hierophant in reversed. You might feel like an institution or a corporation or government or a system is abusing their power, or exercising their control in an abusive manner, or like they're operating in ways that is not in aligned with the way that they are presented. Or like maybe it you might feel like you're dealing with a system that does not operate with ethics, okay? This is in the future. Or you might feel like you don't feel like conforming to something that doesn't align with their own ethics, okay? You feel like maybe you feel like standing up to ethics that are obstructing justice, or you feel like are not are misrepresenting the way that it needs to be represented. Maybe you feel like standing up to systems or an abuse of power, or a cult that is going into extremes, or that is repressive or oppressive. Or you might feel like you're intolerant, like you're oh, okay, because you're sad. Yeah, so you don't have you don't have much tolerance right now because of there's like sadness that is going through in your current present time, and you might not have tolerance for anything that seems like a nonsense, or like an abuse of power, or like that is not a representative of ethics, or a representative of like a balance of power. You might feel like, or maybe you might feel like you're being bullied by institutions that are corrupt themselves, or like are not operating in the way that they need to operate, okay? Yeah, you feel like you have no tolerance for things. Okay. You might also feel like you might want to speak, like especially when you're sad. It's not the best time to talk to a Pisces when they're sad. you might catch them like a little bit moody. Then they're normal, sweet, and compassionate, and loving and caring. Sweet face. They might not have tolerance for for the things that they normally tolerate. Like because Pisces are very patient. It takes a while for them to get angry because they're very understanding like that. But when they're like coming from a hurt place, or when they're feeling a little tender, they don't really have tolerance for the things that they usually tolerate. Like when they're like calm, and when they feel like when things are good and they're calm and they're sweet and happy, they might not have the patience or the tolerance for things that they can just brush off to the sides, and then like might not have tolerance for any of that, or things that are going to extremes, or like if you like keep poking at them, sometimes they could just ignore that, or like. But right now, if a Pisces is feeling tender, because this is where their strength is coming from, when it's like when they're happy, they're good, they're fulfilled, they're loved, they have a lot of love to give. That's where their strength is coming from. But when like things happen around them, they don't really have tolerance. You might catch them very moody right now. Okay, so cross watcher, if you have a Pisces right now in your life, I think you're the one who needs to tend to them right now, rather than them tending to you. You need to be the one to understand them, rather than them to always understand you. I don't know, like they might be very moody, or might say something that they usually don't. They might snap, so don't be like poke too much. Not at this time. There are times for to joke around with the Pisces, but not this month, okay? All right, let's see. Or if you are, then be ready for some rah, But I feel like when a Pisces gets angry, because they usually don't, they're not a very angry person, and they're not a very like hurtful with their words, like on purpose. They don't do that. But when they're feeling tender, and then you're trying to like poke at them, they might not have the tolerance for anything that like abusive, or like an abuse of power, or the things that or restrictions, or the extremities, or they feel like that is wrong in the society, or what is wrong in the system, or what is wrong in governance, or what's wrong with. Yeah, this might be a time when they like speak out, because they have no tolerance for it anymore. So just give them space. Because their tender heart might be a little too sharp. Yeah. High Priestess in reverse. Moodiness. Moody. You might not catch them on a good day, but I feel like this is the time where you need to understand them. Okay. Anyways. Okay, I feel like I'm repeating myself. Okay. What could Pisces be dealing with at this time? Or you might feel like they're very emotional right now. They're very like emotional in their expression, and the way they express themselves is very like ah. You might hear another Rihanna album released, or who knows, like, you know, like when a Pisces like goes through um an emotional cycle, and then they feel all their hurt, and then they release an album. And then they'll be like, you needed me, right? You needed me. Okay. All right. Yeah, maybe it's one of those days that you feel like Pisces is under a period the whole month. Or they just have no tolerance this month, okay? So, you're crosswatcher, you're the one who needs to be sweet to Pisces. All right. What could Pisces be dealing with at this time? Joy. 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 So on this writing, I can barely see joy. I can barely read it. And what's standing out to me is this picture of a bouquet. And we have a blackbird here, or a crow. And I was reminded of like a cemetery, or like maybe you could be visiting a cemetery, or you could be reminded of someone who has passed on. And maybe it's important for you at this time to search for joy, okay, or to focus on having joy into your life, okay. What else could you be dealing with? Or cheer yourself up. See, I told you, speaking truth. See, I told you, this is when Pisces, you shouldn't be trying them too hard, okay? Like, yeah, they have no tolerance right now. They have no tolerance for abuse. They have no tolerance for nonsense. They have no tolerance for bullies. They have no tolerance for crooked systems that doesn't work. They have no tolerance for outdated systems that doesn't suit society. They have no tolerance for moral decay. They have no tolerance for restrictions, okay. They're going to speak out, okay. They're going to speak out, and the words are going to be sharp and to the point, and it might hurt, because when a Pisces speaks, you know, like they don't speak often. The high priestess don't speak often. That's why the high priestess was reversed earlier. This is the high priestess, like this is withdrawn. It's withdrawn. It's it doesn't speak much. It's more observant of their environment, and they're understanding their environment by the filaments of the in between of reality, or like how they're picking up, like they can read the room and see where everybody's at before they can engage in a conversation. They already know, like, oh well, they're feeling this way. They think maybe I shouldn't talk to them, or maybe there's this and this, and maybe they're too charged up in their emotions. So this person is like withdrawn. So when this is reversed, she wants to talk. Okay, she has some truth to say. Okay, she's done observing things from the back end. She's done observing, you know, she's observed, she observed enough, she's seen enough, she's she's tolerated enough. Okay, um and she's gonna speak out. Okay, yeah. um so don't be around the Pisces when they're sad or angry, because there's something about Pisces when they're, you know, when you know Pisces, they're very sweet, they're very giving, they're very generous, they're tender-hearted, sweet, and when you rarely hear them mad, and when they're mad, you're much more disappointed that you made them mad, because what you must have done something very messed up, right, for them to be mad, because they rarely get mad. So they're not a person that wakes up and like disturb anybody, or um but when they speak with emotions, it can be very like, oh shit, like it's almost very surprising, because you're like, oh my god, we didn't know you have it in you, because you know they're very tolerating, they're very tolerant about people's shit, and um um abuse of power, or anything. They just keep things quiet, but quiet doesn't mean you can just walk all over them. Like once you push them on like too much, it's you are gonna be ready what they have to tell you, because what they will tell you is what they have observed from when they have removed themselves from a situation, when they were observing you, and when they speak, it's going to be precise. Okay, because they see things in all perspectives. They don't really like to speak something, they're not that judgmental. Okay, they don't like to speak when they feel like they're unsure about some things. So when they remove themselves from a situation, this is where they want to get an understanding of things. Okay, like if things get too messy, they remove themselves from a situation so that they can look at the whole thing. Okay, so they can look at the whole thing, that what is going on. Like say if you're in a classroom and then people are fighting, what a Pisces is going to do is like they're going to back away for a little bit, and they're going to observe where is everybody at, you know, like what is going on. And then so now that she've observed this, now she wants to speak out. Okay, now I see what's going on. Now I see this and this and this and this. Now I see this, now I see this, now I see this, but this can't be happening. This can't be happening. Okay. Intolerance. Okay. Um Maybe they're seeing things, corruption, all the things that's going on in the world. They feel like they can't tolerate it. Okay, what or who else could they be dealing with? They could be dealing with some slanders, like people slandering them. They could be dealing with some slanders. A midwife, a healer, a faith healer, herbalist, or doctor. A midwife? or healer, faith healer, or this could be what? Or a doctor. You could be dealing with that, okay? What or who else could they be dealing with? Oh, they're dealing with their own enlightenment. Yeah, that's what I said. Like they feel like they have observed things already, right? They feel like now they see what's going on. Okay, so now they want to speak about it. She feels like the priestess have observed things, what's going on. Now she's gonna speak. And they see things from our realm, and what God is communicating with her, and what could be going on in the world, and the hidden truths. Okay, so she could be dealing with enlightenment, okay, or someone who is enlightened, a wisdom keeper. Okay, or she's going through, or she feel like she's been enlightened to things. Okay, okay, they're speaking truth. What is this truth that they want to speak about? Okay, they want a fresh start. Okay, they want a fresh start because they feel like they've been restricted, but that's a maybe. Let's see, what do they want to speak about? What do they want to speak about? Yeah, she feels like what she could be speaking out to. She feels like this is something necessary. The strength, we have the strength. This is taming the lion, or like disciplining someone who could be overbearing, or who could be like a pain in the butt, or like or the things that she's tolerated, or the things that, yeah, that's how I feel like. I feel like that she's gonna be speaking about things that she can't tolerate anymore, or that she's always tolerated, and then yeah. A faith healer, enlightened. And once you've been enlightened to things, you see little faults a lot more. It's like the fault in the system. Once you're enlightened about like things, like you see all the wrong things. You see all the wrong things in the world. You see what's wrong in the system, but some people might see it as like, oh, that's how things has always been. What are you talking about? What's wrong with that? That's how people have been living. But like once a person has been enlightened, like they've reached like a peak of their consciousness, or you've been enlightened, like like a bulb. Like now you see now you see what's wrong. Now you see what's contributing to all this mess. Now you see why people don't have this, why are things this way, and why it shouldn't be this way. Like you see, like, why are animals in cage, or why are people trying to claim lands that they didn't make, they can't, like how land is, they're trying to sell land, a dirt that wasn't man-made, that that they bought for 4 cents an acre, and then they want to convert it to $2 million that they bought for 4 cents per acre. And land was not just made for men. Land wasn't just made for the human race, okay? Land was made for all species, for nature, for animals, but they're putting animals in a cage because humanity want to expand their territory, but then they want to claim this land as if it was theirs, and then they want to cage all these animals in a zoo or in a cage, and it's taking their life. They either want to kill the animals or they want to put them in a cage, and because they humans want to claim the lands, and then they, after they claim the land, they want to corrupt it and want to say it's $2 million per acre, or it's $4 million per acre. But they didn't make the land, okay? It's not an artificial soil. They didn't put any hard work in making this land. And precisely, land existed before men, okay? So it doesn't belong to them. But when it comes to, creating or mitigating conflicts when it comes to territories, that's what treaties are for. But you don't try to settle or negotiate on a land that you try to sell as a product, because it's not man-made. We can say that we're gonna start charging if anyone used the water, or if anyone used the rivers, right? It's the same thing, okay? But the concept is that the land is being too overpriced, and they're trying to sell it to people, the idea that, and people never question it, and people must just accept it, like God gave this to us. But and they're putting animals in a cage, or they're not tending to the animals that they need to, or they're taking the habitats of the animals, and then they want to sell it at a insane marginal conversions. And it wasn't like it's it existed before men, and land is so old. It is so old. And if you're trying to price it by its historical value, they come up with this marketing bullshit, right? Or how they need to market it, and they say, oh well, because of its historical value. Okay, historical value, it existed before men, okay? It was created for all species, and you're trying to charge someone of a 2 million per acre if they have achieved this and acquired this from and it wasn't even their land to begin with, okay? It came from another nation, it came from this, or it came from but now that now that it's theirs, they want to resell it to their own community, and at a very insane price. It's corruption, and it's not like, and it's not like they did any hard work on a soil. It's not like, oh, so if they bought it for 4 cents per acre, if they bought it for 4 cents per acre, how much would the value be after 200 years? It's not like like, say you have a petrified wood, and then now it became like a gem, like those I understand, like, or like, say you're trying to incubate the making of diamonds, okay? So those, like, over time they grow. So like it's not a stock market, okay? And with soil, it's like, okay, for 200 years, like there's nothing on this land. You didn't put any work on this land. You didn't design, you didn't make any environmental design for this land. Say like it's an empty unclaimed land, or like it's, or no one has owned it yet, right? So those are the what I'm talking about. And they're trying to claim lands that belong to nature or belong to animals. um yeah. Anyway, like it shouldn't cost that much. Like that is insane. There's part in our world that still lives like in a very tribal community, and then when you go to a city, it's so corrupt, like how they try to convert it, like, or to converge and marginal conversion. Like I understand, okay, so you buy this land for 4 cents per acre, and then you want to charge somebody for 2 million. um and you didn't do any work on the land, like gold didn't grow on the land. Like where did you get the digits? Where are you trying to compute the numbers from? And they're gonna say, well, because there's like access to river. Like, okay, did you make the river? um there's access to freeways, like those, understandable, yes, yes, okay, because those are work, all right, those are understandable. But I'm talking about like land that has no work, like dirt, okay. um, I feel like they try to market anything these days that they know that you need in your life, okay, and yet the moment that they have this knowing that you need them in your life to survive, they're marginalized it so insanely. It's like, okay, should we start charging up with the air that we breathe, because we know that you need it? Okay, should we start charging with water, the ocean? And like the land is so old and it's in drought. What minerals can we get from it? Maybe you'll end up getting a cheaper land if you say, we're gonna plant something here, and we're gonna buy a land that is in drought. How much? You didn't put any work. I mean, I think if it's unclaimed land, it's fine. Ooh, bottom of the deck. The Empress. The Empress. This is someone that can make things on their own, like that can manifest things on their own, that can create things that's very much like a magician, but this is more like they can create things of value, and they have mastered maybe a business owner, or like creating something that you can call yours, or like raising your own child, raising your own home. Like a very high value woman. Okay. Okay. Make this real quick, okay? What else? Okay, let's see. What does this healer what does this healer wants to say to you? The doctor, the midwife, or herbalist, or a faith healer wants to say to you. Or if this could be you, what does he have to say? I dream about you a lot. Too much. Too much. I dream about you a lot. Too much. Okay. Okay, maybe you feel like you're very gifted, and you feel like you can put your talents into something that is lucrative, okay? Or you could feel like you're embodying the Empress persona or archetype. Let's see what is going on around you, Pisces. Okay, what is going on around Pisces? What's going on around Pisces? Magnifying glass. So maybe you feel like there's someone that is like looking into your stuff, looking into you. You feel like investigating or like looking into your stuff. Showing proof, validation, confirmation, or someone who is finding the truth, okay? Alright, what is around them? What is that Pisces around with? Foresight, or you could also be dealing with foresight, okay? Maybe you're receiving, since the high priestess wanted to come out earlier, this could be something that you might be speaking out to or about. You might be dealing with, these are external forces or external influences, okay? There's also foresight, okay? It's in the future, few days, 2 weeks, few months, direction forward, okay? You might have received like a foresight, or someone is communicating a foresight to you that is going to occur in the future, okay? Alright, what else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, because you have been enlightened, okay? Dating, okay? Maybe your dating life is creating an influence. Remember that with this wound, you've already set the karma between us. I thought I just saw like something that moved. Okay. Not another ghost. Oh my gosh. Oh no, never mind. No, I think it's just my light. All right. So dating, maybe like your dating life is creating an influence in your current situation right now. Okay. Maybe your dating history. What else? Oh, someone might be doing a witchcraft around you. Okay. Someone is hexing. There's a spell or negativity. Okay. And someone is listening to calls, listening to recorded messages, hearing from conversations, listening to your voicemails, talking or unblocking. And you might be listening to music inspired by you, listening to music, emotional bond, and song lyrics. Okay. All right. All right, what you need to focus on is you feel like there's missed opportunities, or you feel like you feel like your talents are being wasted, or you feel like there's boredom that you're currently experiencing at home or around your stability, or maybe there's like a creative block, or you feel like you don't feel as inspired as you used to, or you feel like you feel bored at home, like, or you feel like there's maybe you're home a lot and then like there's not much creativity, or you don't feel as inspired, or there's unhappiness at home, or you might feel like there's boredom. So how you can turn this upside down is create new opportunities for yourself, even if you're at home. Focus on creativity, focus on joy, what gives you joy at home. Indulge yourself in something creative, and don't forget about your talents and your skills. Okay. Indulge in creativity. You know, you can download an app that that harness your gifts and your talents. If you like singing, if you like songwriting, if you like drawing, there's Procreate. No ads here, but yeah, like those. Okay, focus on those. Let's see, what else do you need to focus on? Fear. Is there anything you fear? Maybe there might be some fear that is that you need to focus on, or maybe you feel like there are fear that is being inflicted on you, or that maybe from this extremism, from abuse of power, that they might want to inflict on you. Maybe they're trying to scare you, they're trying to make you fearful. Okay, or focus on your back. Okay, focus on your back, beneath. Okay, make sure that you're doing exercise that wouldn't break your back, okay? Or focus on any back pains that you're currently having. And also focus on diligence. Even if you don't feel so inspired right now, focus on creating movement, focus on creating progress, focus on like small steps, okay? Focus on being diligent, okay? Even if you don't feel as inspired, focus on creating opportunities for yourself. What else? Let's see what's in the love cards for you. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. It is safe for you to love. What else? Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay. And what else? You and your loved ones are protected. You and your loved ones are protected. You have the card the dog, meaning loyal. The dog offers the gifts of unconditional love and faithfulness. Nurture your bonds and remember the simple joy of companionship. Nurture your bonds and remember the simple joy of companionship. Okay. All right. Oh my god. I'm so sleepy. Okay. What else is in the cards for you? Transformation. Through your conscious thoughts and intentions, co-create reality with the divine and harness the dynamic force of the universe to bring forth positive change and transformation. Yeah, that's where I feel like I was feeling it's almost like a magician, the magician, like trying to use all your gifts and talents, your intuition, your ability to manifest things into existence. Call on the energetic and dynamic force of the universe to co-create with the heavens, okay, and bring it here on earth, okay. Transformation. And also I also feel like this is the time where you feel like you are reflecting on yourself, you're reflecting on who you are becoming and who you need, or which part of yourself that you need to let go of, and who you need to become, or who is trying to emerge in your present self, okay. Transformation, identity, transformation, okay. All right. It's like you're, through your cohesive thoughts and intentions, co-create reality with the divine and harness the dynamic force of the universe to bring forth positive change and transformation. It's like being a shaman. Being a shaman, when you meditate and call in the universe and let it be to God and let it be to divine and let it be in the seed of the quantum consciousness or in the quantum field and let it bloom over there so that it can come over here. What else? Oh, your last card. Ooh, we're finishing off early today. I have the card Jasmine, meaning sensuality, spirit, and hope. What parts of you are longing to be touched by beauty again? What parts of you are longing to be touched by beauty again? Sensuality, spirit, and hope. Okay. What parts of you are longing to be touched by beauty again? Like I feel like you're longing for something beautiful to like where you can feel like you can be like by looking at it you feel like, oh my gosh, like you feel so stunned, you feel so amazed that it exists in this world, this kind of things that you're craving for, or like it could either be love, it could either be beauty, or it could either be a work of God. Yeah. Okay. All right, Pisces, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you again next month. Okay. All right. So I just finished reading for all signs for the month of May. So I'm going to be uploading Virgo till Pisces in the next few days. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all my viewers. Thank you for always showing up. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Okay. I'm gonna go on a little break. If you guys are not following me already, make sure that you guys are following me or sharing this live so that more people can join in. And then make sure that you click on that heart button, okay, so that we can have more people to join us. But if you guys are not following me yet, make sure that you follow, you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be notified when I upload these videos. They're your monthly videos, your monthly predictions, and you guys can get notified when I go live next on my TikTok. Okay. Anyways, okay. I'll see you guys in a little while. Okay. I'm gonna be doing Motivational Monday when I return on my live in a few minutes. Okay. We'll do Motivational Monday. I wonder if I did that for all signs. Did I do that for all signs? Or did I just do that for my viewers? Should I do that for all signs? Should I do motivational messages for all signs or just for my viewers? Because I'm doing monthly for all signs. But since it's Monday, we can do motivational. Motivational Monday. What? Yeah, maybe I'll do. Maybe I'll do for each sign, like maybe like a quick one, you know, and then I'll do one for my viewers. We'll see. Alright guys, I'll see you in just a little while, okay?